color. We are back. We are back. We are back. Oh
Let's
God, it
go.
feels good to be home, man. It feels good to be
Let's go.
home. Even though I'm not home, I'm somewhere in a baseball universe near you. But
Yeah,
Bobby Gilbert, what it do, baby?
man, you know what it is, man. I'm excited about the Florida Shine Classic. I'm excited to be here with you, brother. Um, I'm ready to get going, bruh. I'm
Yeah,
juiced up.
yeah,
I'm
it's
juiced
that
up.
time. It's that time, man. So, family, first of all, everybody, welcome back. That's tuning in that may see this later, that may see it live, that may jump in the chat. You may say something crazy. You may be here, but this right now is a disclaimer. All the views and opinions that are stated here may not
Yeah.
agree with everyone else's opinion of what this may be, but we are Florida Minority Baseball Alliance, and our mission, number one mission only, is to spread the game of baseball throughout the entire state of Florida. Bobby Gilbert, what are we not?
We are not a travel organization at all.
We are not.
Zero.
We are not a tribal organization, so we do affiliate with tribal organizations where we do supply and push young men from our organization as we find them out into the real world. That's how this whole baseball thing works. So back to the topic at hand. I am Coach D Moore. This is Coach Bobby Gilbert, Mr. GGI, as some know him as. And we are the executive team of Florida Minority Baseball Alliance. So thank you guys that are going to be that are here tonight in attendance. Like I stated before, we will not be before you long, but we just want to kind of share the excitement of what we got going on this year, being our fourth Florida Shine Classic. We're very happy and blessed that we're actually going to be able to bring that thing to Sanford, Florida,
Yeah.
which is going to be August 28th, 29th, and 30th. The showcase is the 29th. The game is the 30th. And honestly, guys, we'll be honest with you. It's like chasing a ghost sometimes because this thing is magical. What we put together, and I was honestly, it was blessed to have my boys to be a participant in 2023 in the Florida Shine Classic
Very
as
first
the
one.
youngest, the very first one. And I think we've been trying to chase it ever since, right? And it's like it's just been organic. We've had ebbs and flows, such as the game. But we're just excited about being able to still fight and hunt and keep doing this. Uh, well, I'll say this: the difference compared to 25, 24, and 23 is that we're not doing it in the month of May anymore.
Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned that. And like so, just being very transparent with you guys. That's one thing that we here at FNBA, we don't really shy away from being transparent from people. You know what I mean? There's a lot of organizations, a lot of people in general that don't want to show the ebbs and flows of their organization. But we're real, right? We're real people, we're real families, real different, things that we go through. And so that was one of the things that kind of, put us in a situation where we was kind of scurrying around trying to figure out like what we're gonna do. Um, moving it from May to June, from June to August was a huge jump and huge sacrifice for us. I mean, because we have been trying to get it to be the Florida Shine classes right before the summer, to kind of get kids geared up for travel. And For some reason, it just didn't work out the way we wanted it to work out. We were losing a lot of kids to travel ball. Coaches calling us like, "Nah, my kid can't play with y'all. Da da da. Y'all trying to take my kid and put him over here and another." I'm like, "Do you even know what we do?
Yeah,
we're not
exactly.
we're not a travel ball organization, man. In fact, what we want to do is we want your child to come, your athlete to come here and then talk about your travel organization. We don't we don't have a travel organization. We're not looking for a travel organization. We don't even have a scout team as of right now. We're going to have a scout team, but we don't have one right now. And that is not going to be a travel organization. That is an event that we're going to do to produce and that we're going to make sure that we're able to fund for those kids, and then we're going to move on from there. But no travel organization here. But it was a real big jump for us to kind of go from May to June to June to August. And so having it in August, we felt like it was the best bet for us because now we have more range of talent and players that we can really get to. We were losing a lot of players in the month of May and June to different circumstances. You know what I mean? Whatever it could be. But August seems to be very I'm taking a liking to August. It's a little bit more calm. What you think?
Yeah.
It's a little bit more calm for us, in at this moment. And so we're going to take full advantage of it. We love the city of Stanford. Stanford has been really good to us so far, and we're looking forward to getting there real soon.
Yeah, that's a valid point, and just to let all of the parents know that I've talked to out here, um, it was hard because the 26 class did not know that last year was going to be their last year.
Yeah, that part.
That was the hard part.
It was.
So it took a lot of us to making a decision of flexibility because the month of May being travel. So what we've normally prided ourselves in being is a kickoff to summer travel ball in Florida.
Right.
But we've had a couple different administration pieces that have happened back and forth in the state where they bumped up the schedule. We kind of got caught in the middle of that graduation. So we figured that doing it in the month of August would give us some flexibility. So we thought, but we're working through that, and I'll leave that part alone for right now. But we most definitely are looking to be more accommodating. So let me kind of catch the families up on to kind of what the format layout's going to be. And by the way, Coach Bobby, I just got a text from OG, and if you look in the Facebook group chat, he said he just got ejected. He about to jump on the line here in a second. So Coach Tom is eating by the eyeball here in a little bit. You guys get a chance to meet OG. He's actually going to he's one of our college coaches that's out in the summer league up in Auburn, New York. So interesting conversation. But that's what I digress right now until I see him hit this. Excuse me.
It's gonna be
Hit
something
the
different. Do you have
yeah.
do you have, you have the button that just mute the words
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
beep
yeah,
beep beep beep
yeah, yeah.
beep beep, beep. You got
Matter
that?
of fact, he's calling me right now.
Oh
Oh,
Lord.
I'm
Oh
talking about
Lord. Go
live
ahead,
on.
go live.
Hold on
Go
for a second.
live. Yeah, you gotta give him a disclaimer first.
He said, "Man, hold on, man, I can't get on." I said, "Let me find another link to send you." He got me scared.
Yeah,
um,
man. So gee,
but
he's been with us long.
so how is the player selection going? I mean, not player selection, but how's the kids looking far as this year compared to previous years? How we looking? How is that coming along right now?
Oh my God, man. Listen, I thought that we did pretty well the first year
Hmm.
with getting the talent that we were looking for. And the second year as well. Man, the talent level right now, and for some reason, it looks like the 28s, 29s, and 30, like 2030s.
They're different.
There's
They're,
some
di- they're different.
dogs
Yeah,
in
they're
that
different.
2030 class that are signed up to be here. I mean, if I'm a college coach and I'm looking for kids and I'm looking down the line, my 2030s, the 2030 group is gonna be fantastic. Like there are some guys that's some 2027s that you already know, like they're gonna be dudes. They are dudes and they're gonna hold their own. But as a whole, those 2030s are looking very tough. They're looking very, very tough. So looking at the landscape of it, it seems like in the years past we had we were kind of senior heavy with a lot of
Hmm.
heavy talent, at the older division.
Yeah.
But now it's like that younger division, that younger crew is like really hungry. They're really hungry. It's like the baby brother looking at the big brother like, yeah, it's my turn, boy. It's my
You
turn.
know, it's funny you say that because I noticed that about a year and a half ago. So, when Florida Minority was working uh, with Coach Weeks and that trying to do the Hank Aaron piece, a lot of 28s, 29s came out and my mouth dropped.
Yeah.
You got cats. I
From
mean,
Gainesville, that's about the Gainesville group.
you got the Gainesville dudes, you got the Park guys, you got Strong, you got Tristan Strong, you got Jerron Park. Shouts out to Bradford, Coach Twan now is
Yeah.
the head coach over there.
Yeah.
Um, you got that, and then we were able to find another young man, Ashwin Harvey. I think he's over in Tampa, but Lakeland, but he's playing with right now with Coach Chip and those guys at PYF. So it's a
Yeah.
lot of talent, man. There's a lot of talent in that 28 class, and honestly, I think in this area, and far as for what I'm seeing, far as the age group, because I didn't realize this young man was that young. Coach Malik's son, Ian's a 29.
Yeah, bro. Listen, listen. I had a chance to see Ian at what was that? Was it the
Breakthrough.
Breakthrough series?
Breakthrough. Yeah.
Body type different, mindset different, just a different attitude. Kid had a breakout season last year. He and another kid that was at PYF. What's the other kid name that's down here for Shamana Bandana? What's my guy's name? Oh,
Don't you say
Josh.
no. Don't you say nothing about that nephew, that Josh Wright. That
Josh
boy.
Wright, another dude.
Yeah. Josh
Ian
got
and
hot.
Josh had really
Yeah.
breakout seasons this year. They really
Yeah.
did. They did really
Josh
well.
Josh really got hot last year
Yeah.
at the end of the summer, coming to the Hank Aaron, getting to the 44. And shouts out to the state of Florida too, because last year in the Hank Aaron, there were 28 boys represented
Yes.
in the state of Florida. We had the most kids
Yeah.
of anybody last year. And it was a good representation. I can't tell you what it looks like this year because we're not involved as much, but shouts out to all those young men, no matter where you came from to get in there. It's most definitely a great week of training. And again, that's what it's about, the great week of training to prepare for different stuff. But I got a couple other names that I'm gonna drop real quick that I'm hopefully they parents see this and don't forget where they come from. I'm trying to get my nephew Courtney James to pop back up. He just got hot, came out of nowhere and just killing it. And then then Eden pulling Eden. Matter of fact, this year Eden is actually
Crazy all
going.
over the internet right now. Twitter, Instagram, wherever. Ian Pullen is absolutely being a dog right now. Who was it? Somebody just posted him on Twitter just today.
Yes.
Like all of a sudden, I mean, sitting down there
But
with Jared Manuel, having a good time talking to him. Just a kid that just kind of
you
been
know
very
what,
quiet, but
young
killing.
man like that kid, and I'm gonna keep it real. On me being in Central Florida on the west side, anyone that wants to hop in and tell me otherwise different, I'll shut up and won't say another word. But I keep it a buck with you. On this side of Orlando, going back to this young man was at Lake Nona. He left Lake Nona, went homeschool, and went to Innovations High School, right? They made him a PO. He's been an athlete for a minute, but everybody forced him to be a PO. And I know the feeling because my son's the same way, right? My older son, Bryce. The body type dictates the outcome, right? When the bat really isn't clicking the way you want to, but you got intangibles. When he came in through last year for us, he was sitting 86, 88. He went to play for Charlotte Baseball Academy in WWBA last year, 17U. He topped 92 then. And when I saw his numbers, I told him, I said, get ready. I mean, once you break that magical number, and I told him point blank, I said, nephew, I saw what's there. My boy just asked me, can Georgia participate? I'm gonna get to you in a minute, Clifford Seabrook, because I got a ticket with my nephew name on it. So we're gonna talk about how this gonna work this year, in state, out of state. So I got you, baby. So if y'all listening, just hold tight. Coach Carl Brooks, I see you online, brother. I'm talking about Stockbridge in a minute. Let me get through this flow. We Florida first, Cliff. You by default, you Florida boy. So I'm gonna get there in a second. But the main thing is, like, these young men have gone through so much adversity of fighting to get on the field, and to just make it through barriers to get into a place where you can just shine and be the ball player you want to be and still learn. Like, Eden is coachable. He's an academic. I mean, the dude has got high GPA, right? But he fits the mold of a pitcher. Working with those guys he's working with now, he's legitimately turning into that dog you want to be in 27. So I'm going to say this to every young man as we move through. The whole purpose of Florida Shine Classic is just this. Every last one of these young men that we're talking about right now, at some point in the last 4 years, they've come through Florida Minority. I've spent time with their parents. We've said, so we're not just saying, hey, sign up for an event and then we'll see you. No, when we out here in these streets, we loving on players, we meeting players. I mean, we talking and we chopping it up. Prime example, shouts out to that dude from Tampa that changed his body like crazy. That boy Sean Harvey. How
Sean
about that?
Harvey. Sean Harvey definitely has gotten in the weight room, brother. All right. And here's the thing, though. These are all things that we talk about when we're at the Florida Shine Classic, right? We talk about appearance. You know what I mean? We talk about the way you present your body, how you look, how you carry yourself when you get out of the car. All these different things matter. And sometimes when some of these players actually listen to it and you see them the very next year, it's like, whoa, what a difference. I mean, when we saw Sean at the Breakthrough Series, we both were like, Harvey?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
And you
you.
saw and you saw when I seen him at Georgia Southern. I mean, his mom, and his crazy part is we always watching, folks. So you may not know, we may not always have on the gear or whatever, but just like any other scout, I'll be walking around with my backpack. Y'all may think I'm a crazy dad. I mean, I don't even cheer for my own kids. I'm just always looking.
You don't,
And
bro.
I don't even cheer for my own kids, and I've been called everything, but I won't repeat that on this venue. But I don't even cheer for my own kids. But I'm videotaping young men, and Sean Harvey's mom was standing beside me, and he was at bat. And the irony is, he was in right field that day, and he set the tone for the whole game. We came out, popped a deep right ball to right field. Nephew read it, popped it out, bam, done. But it was crazy because that set the tone for the game. And I told him that. So when his mom was at the fence, I was like, I love your son. She looked at me like, hold on, partner. What you mean you love my son? Right? You know, so she got to, and I had to tell her who I was. And she was like, oh my God, he was telling me about you guys. You know, when we go out, there's always a younger generation that we're trying to affect and have conversations with you as a parent. And the first thing I'm going to say is we don't try to be know-it-alls. That's a no-no, right? We are not any know-it-alls or anything like that. What we're trying to say is we want to provide a venue that other people can see your son. Because if I let the other organizations tell it, I think we've done a great job of being able to do the grunt work to actually be able to pass these young men off. Like, you know, and I didn't tell you this, like I contacted Chip the other day. I got a young man that I found through some recruitment for Coach Carl Brooks and MJBL that he wanted to looking for. He had a team from Baltimore come down, and I found a hidden gem, a young man that says he couldn't play ball in Tampa because of politics. This dude's name is Noah Santiago. Said Noah went 16U Fort Myers at the international games and lit it up. So we're saying all of this for what? The whole purpose of this is to get your numbers, to shine, but be loved on, man. That's all
Yeah,
this is about. To be loved on.
yeah, yeah. I you know what? That's this is what I want people to understand about the Florida Shine Clash is that we don't try to be like anyone else. There's not another organization that we try to be like or in or what do you call it? Be a reflection of or bite off of or anything like that. None of that. You know, this is all stuff that we come up with in our mind. We have weekly meetings, right? And we talk about these kids. We talk about our families. We have families that hit us up almost every other day with a problem or a situation that they need someone to help them walk through, right? We're talking about anything from a kid being mistreated on the field to what should I do as far as, you know, making a decision on whether or not I should return to this area, you know, or whatever it is. We have parents that hit us up with this stuff. And a lot of times when we look at it, we don't get the glitz and glamour. We don't get all the notoriety that a lot of other organizations get because they have the big checks and the big, you know, this and big that, you know, but we're doing the footwork. We're from Florida. You know what I mean? We're from in this area. We're looking for kids in this area. We're taking care of Florida because we know that there is a demographic of kids, man, right here in the state of Florida that everybody wants to come and see. But there are some kids that people never get a chance to see because they stay in places like Palaca, right? What was the kid's name that we saw that was in Palaca that ended up going
Devin Williams, aka the Jet. Yeah, we found. Yeah, he came to an event we had in Orlando, and he said, "Hey, coach, I want to play college ball." And no disrespect to my guy, I said, "You don't have a chance in hell to play college ball." I did, and I told him, I said, "But I said, but we can help you get ready to play college ball." And I watched that dude train his tail off and was a 2A player of the year
Yeah.
before he left out of Palaca. So you can tell you can use the words of motivation, but again, our job is to give you access and the resources that your children and you as a family need to be successful. It's just legitimately no more than that. And you know, we'll never One thing we're not going to do, and I won't lie about it, we got caught up in a little bit of this drama last year. Shouts out to every individual organization that's in the state that's trying to move the needle of this game. But I want to make sure we make a disclaimer right now for all the groups that I put this video in, everyone in all of the college recruiting systems that we put this video in. Let me explain something. Florida minority baseball is not just black baseball. Okay. And I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna say that in a manner that if it was just black baseball, we wouldn't be here, because we already know it's only a small percentage. And I'll give you an example. On the west side of Orlando last year, out of all the demographics, there was only 15 true kids of color that played baseball, that were of African American black descent. That's it in the Central Florida region of the west side. That's including some of the east. That's not including some of the prep schools, but legitimately it was a very small marginal number. So when we talk about the term minority, the minority term is built on the fact that we're saying anyone that has a social deficiency that wants to play this game does not have the resources or access to be able to do so. That's what we're defining minority. So when you come to a Florida Shine event, when you come to a Florida Verified tour, and shouts out to FTB that came in and supported us back in November. I mean, my man struck $1,000 check to help us out with fighting pancreatic cancer, right? So, and if you go back and look at that event, right, we're saying, hey, they believed in the fact, hey, you guys are really coaching holistically, right? We're teaching showcase readiness. We're showing you, like in my like if you can see my backdrop, to how to be ready when you in spots like that, Lake Point, when you're on the main stage there, when you got scouts walking around and you know what to do. That's all we're doing, right? And I'm gonna make this clean. We're not in a begging session. We're not begging anyone to do anything. This is just information. We're just a bunch of, honestly, just a bunch of dudes who's passionate about this game. And, it's gotten to a point where, um, I've probably have done more to, I'll be real, me fighting for other kids, I probably have done more damage to my own in the process of trying to help them get to where they have to go. So, I apologize to my kids 20 million times because I legitimately tried to fight a battle that probably wasn't mine. But because I'm so passionate about this game and what we do as coaches, like you should be in some of our executive meetings, just like Coach Demo, breathe, man. Like back down, cuz you got to slow down a little bit, right? But that's what we do, and that's how we fight for your child as well.
Yeah. Let me chime in on that. That's something that I think most people don't really realize, is that when you start having an organization with this magnitude, there sometimes are darts thrown right at your child, right? They look at you differently because they feel as if, like, you're gonna overstep your boundary, or you're gonna say something. They feel like you're overstepping your boundary because you may say something to them that's trying to actually help the entire program, but they feel like it's something like you're trying to belittle them. But the thing is that what I want people to understand is that we don't try to take over anybody's organization. We want to be an add-on to everyone's organization. We're here to service the state of Florida. If you're a travel coach, high school coach, little league coach, it does not matter to us. If there is something that you need, or you need us to come and talk to your parents or whatever it is about whatever topic it is, we're always here and willing to help you guys. And a lot of people don't understand that about us. A lot of organizations that came on after us have made it seem as if like we're in a competition, but we have never tried to come in and try to compete with anybody, because we feel like we're here for the entire state of Florida. And so I need people to really understand that. Look, we're not trying to talk to you tonight about who we are and what we do. We're just letting you guys know exactly what's happening with the Florida Shine Classic, what's happening with FNBA. We are not a travel organization. And one thing I want to tell you is this, though. I created this organization a while ago with my brothers because I knew I couldn't do it by myself. This is some real spill. I couldn't do it by myself. There were a lot of families, a lot of players that did not know what that I wanted to help, and I could not give all the information to them. So I felt like, hey, you know what? Why not create an organization that is able to help me related information? You got to partner with people that's smarter than you, right? So we synergize, right? There are some people that Coach D Moore knows that I may not know. There's coaches that I know that Coach D Moore may not know. We said, why not just bring all of those resources together and help the entire state of Florida? And that's what we've been doing thus far. I remember when my parents was trying to, when I was playing baseball and my parents were trying to figure out like how they was gonna pay for certain things. That's why we keep the prices so low, because we know families out here really can't afford a lot of things. And so we have a heart for people. It's the families that we think about. We don't think about the dollar. We don't think about the bottom line. We think about the family structure. What can we do to make sure we make things easier for our families out here in the state of Florida? That's what FNB has always been about. We've never been about trying to get rich or anything like that. To be very honest with you, if you actually saw our bank account, personal bank accounts, you would see that we have been paying for stuff out of our own pocket. Out of our own pocket. Come on. Listen, I'm telling you, when I say on our own pocket, I mean, yes, our own
Change
pockets.
that.
I'm not
My
going to go
wife
into
listening. My
details.
wife listening. Shut up. Stop talking.
Yeah,
Stop talking.
okay. Yeah, I
Jump
get it.
out the window.
Yeah, I got
Run.
you. Yeah. I know, bro, but you know what I mean. So like, I just want y'all to understand, like, this is love for us. You know what I mean. And so when you come to our event, the moment you come to our event and you come to the meet and greet, you're gonna feel something different. You're gonna feel something totally different. You're gonna know you're in a different environment with different people, and that's what we really make sure that we continue to be every time. So we look forward to y'all coming to the Florida Shine Classic. Even if you don't have a son that's playing this year, come on by, come check us out. You'll love it.
So I'm a kind of now. We've told you who we are. We told you what the mission is. We've told you exactly what all of this really looks like, feels like, as the kids would say, smells like. I want to let you know this is how the breakdown is going to work. What we're looking for right now, honestly, is we're looking for 80 to 100 participants to come out and do our showcase. Okay. I think in years past, we've had some issues where people thought if you came, you would be automatically playing in the game. Well, it's a competition, right? Where, because we're coming to Sanford, and again, this isn't a play on just the black thing or anything like that. But since we're coming to Sanford and we understand that the Raines family is there, shouts out to them. Um, you know, Mrs. Robinson just turned 104. Shouts out to the Jackie Robinson family. But we made a decision this year, right? We're looking, we broke this thing down. So I'm going to give you kind of the backstory. We're breaking down, we're taking out of the 80 to 100 that we get, we're identifying, kind of taking it back to our 2023 model. We're looking for 19 to 20, I'll say 21 on both sides. That's crazy. But if you go to another event, they're going to take the top 44, and I'll leave that alone. And you go in, you train, and you're out. So coming to our showcase is going to be a very intensive training situation, but it's also going to be a competitive situation, right? How it's going to work is we've changed the game up, right? For us, we do a little bit different without giving the secret sauce away. Scouts that come to us this year, they're going to be able to get data and numbers real time, right? With you the parent will get that back. We will get you the videos later on, but you will know what your child ran. You will know what your child did for EVs. We have that down to a science. We've mastered this over the last couple years. And we've most definitely gotten better at being able to produce that. So that's number one. Number two, based on the outliers, this is crazy. But my kid started this, and thanks out to Coach Bobby on this one. The fact that my kids will be the longest running participants in Florida Shine, and not by choice, but it just happened this way. My kids were not supposed to participate in 2023. They were the youngest one. They were 7th and 8th grade, I think it was. And they were not supposed to participate, but they ended up pitching and playing against each other. So we left room for the outliers this year. So the 29s and 30s, if you got the skills to pay the bills, you're going to be in those utility spots. You're going to be competing with cats 3, 4 years older than you, and we're expecting you to be able to do it because that's just the formula. We just gave the 28s, 29s, and 30s that whole look. So that's going to be the difference. So we're not handing any child anything. But if your numbers don't match up and you don't get on the field, please, parents, don't get mad at us. Don't come like we're gonna have the Rap Soto, the Stalkers. We're gonna have all the stuff there, so you'll be able to see that. But also come out and support the family atmosphere. So now I want to pretty much go into what this looks like, right? And it is kind of that situation. If I see you on the street, you're gonna be like, well, what is that, coach? What is that? I'm trying to get to my piece over here, but it won't let me change my background because I'm in the middle of this thing. But we have created in effect what's called a golden ticket. And we've handed out a few golden tickets to a few different players. So to answer that question from my brother Clifford Seabrook out there in Atlanta, GA, we this year and going forward, we've opted to have a North and a South game. Coach, you want to talk about it a little bit? Then I'll kind of break down what's happening when I say North and South.
So we're taking, like he said, we talked about the 21, 42 strong, 42 strong players. We're gonna have 42 guys. We're gonna have 21 guys representing the South. We're gonna have 21 guys representing the North. So we split the state in half this year, right? Normally we just put everybody in, in a bag and we jumble it up and then we go and play. But no, this year we're going to go ahead and say who has the bag in the state of Florida. Who has the absolute dogs in the state of Florida? Is it the South or is it the North? I'm from the North. I'm from the South. Sorry. So I'm talking about Miami, Broward, Palm Beach, Fort Pierce, Clewiston area. I'm talking about all those areas around there, right? And then like the outside of like Tampa, like that small little piece right there. I don't see nobody in the North.
That's
I don't see y'all in the North, bro. Hey, look, listen. All is well right now, but when we get there in Sanford, I'm letting you know now, the South is going to win. Period, point blank.
Okay. All right.
Period,
So I'm gonna say it this way, and I can't cuss in this program. Y'all catch me in the podcast after dark, and you can really hear the real version of this. So what we've opted to do is we have what's called coaches exemptions, right? And because I'm in the North, I'm in the middle, but I'm in the North. So to answer your question, brother Seabrook, yes, if you are in Georgia, you are, we don't go past that. It's that line. It's Georgia, right? And we got a couple other outliers. But the thing is, if I see you and I feel like you a mix, I'm gonna bring you in. Cause so what I'm saying is, Florida guys, I need more kids that's above me in the North, because he could basically build off this showcase pretty much everything out of South Florida. But there's one little thing that this guy's forgetting. Yeah, I mean, Wimbo gang may have graduated and all that stuff, but boy, it's still some dogs up there, up in there, that Jacksonville, boy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right.
so don't you sit
You're
here
right.
and try to
You're
don't
right,
you
now.
sit here and try to slap me in my face.
No,
It's
you're
some
right, now.
dogs in Jacksonville.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Duval, stand up.
Duval, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, because that's that group that was supposed to be at the Florida Shine this year. Wimberly, Robert Ward, those guys, like those are the pioneers, like those are the young guys as well that came in, was a part of Florida Shine Classic as well. This would have been their last year being a part of that.
My nephew Rivera, Jose.
Yeah, Jose. Yeah,
Jose.
man.
But
Hey,
you
shout out to
know
Jose.
what's crazy?
CD.
The crazy part is, if I go back and look at what was the last year was in West Palm Beach?
2024.
24 when I had that team. God rest Coach Rick. So Alicia, I see you online, but I'm gonna tell you what Coach Rick said. Get that damn boy out the outfield. Somebody better teach him how to throw before he hurt his arm. So what are you talking about? He said that one, the skinny one. Talking about Jose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look what time is done. And this is what I mean by saying you can never write a person's ticket.
Bruh.
This young man, we watched, and your mom, don't you start crying as I see you online. Did we watch this young man transform his whole mindset and his body,
What?
right?
We saw him in
Compliments,
Jacksonville
yeah,
at the FT. I didn't almost recognize him at first.
grown
You know,
man,
he quiet. You know, he real quiet. He don't really
just
say much.
smile, just smile, just
Just
smile.
smile, right? So I saw him like, bro, that look like Jose, bruh. If you look at him from just that one, just from that time frame from when we had the Florida Shine Classic in 2025, when we're in Daytona, and then we came back around and did the no, I'm sorry, 2024, and then we came back around the very next year and had the Florida Verified Tour. That kid's body type
It
was
was
totally
changing it.
different. The
It
way
was
the
changing
ball
it.
sounded
Yeah.
when it came off his bat sounded different. The way he threw was all different. The ball had carry, had life. It was everything was different about the kid, man.
So, fam, we say all of that to say, um, don't let and this for every mom, pop, I don't care, white, black, Asian, whatever. Don't let any coach put your son in a box. And what I mean by that is your son has to understand how to build off what they have. It does not come overnight. There's no way possible it does come overnight. You have to work where you are and you have to set some attainable goals. That's what we help you with, right?
Yeah.
That's why we want to be able to put this level of competition together. And it shouldn't be, honestly, I'm gonna say it this way. It's not a beg, it's not anything of that magnitude. What we're looking to do is get every single person involved. I'm gonna put in the group chat just one other thing here. We have done a tremendous job working on we have a it's kind of crazy. We have a crazy analytics guy on the back end. And this dude and me, I could choke him sometimes, love him sometimes, but this dude is data analytics driven.
Absolutely.
Um, we,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna put in the group chat on social on Facebook in this chat. The link. I'm gonna put it on Instagram as well. Um, the link for the FloridaVerifiedTours.com, right? And what you do is if you're a child in the state of Florida or you've done an FVT anywhere, go claim your profile, right?
For sure.
We
Yes.
have instructions on how to be able to do that. We have data and metrics from every event your child has done if they've been in our database. But I used to always say, we're getting your data. Well, now we've built a site that, so what's going to happen is when we collect your data at this Florida Shine Classes, which will be we've mastered it. The Florida Verified Tours are running the showcases, and Florida Minority Baseball and everything else is running Florida Shine. So we got a system going, right? And it's working. So you will be able to go here and get your son's information real time. It will go into their profile.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have a data analytics sheet that compares us to everyone else. We have not posted that. We're not making you, whatever you pay us for your son being here, you're not going to have to pay $5 extra to get it, right? So we are legitimately being able to give you verified information, verified metrics that you can go and show. Well, I think for us, everybody's like, the other question is, what colleges are going to be there? Who's going to be there? Who's going to be there? I'm sorry. We have if junior college isn't what you're looking for, if D1 is what you're looking for, Power Four, I would suggest you take the film that we give you and go look that direction. Not to say that we don't have connections to be able to do that, but for 275, we do have enough people coming out to be able to give your child everything that he would want. So we have some local D2s, junior colleges coming out to support. And out of ambiguity to them, right? We're not gonna sit here and just taunt names that we got coming. If you have a love for the game and what we're doing, take 2 steps out, right? We're going to show you exactly how to do this. So if anyone wants to claim their profile, all you got to do is DM me after this. If your son's in the state and they want to get it, they got a profile, right? They got to go claim it.
Yeah.
If not, they can create one. We would love to see our numbers starting to go up as it pertains to that. And we want to be real about it, right? And we understand that everything is not for everybody. And last thing I'm going to say is we know there's levels to this, right? You have all your guys that are power four guys that are going to be drafted. This space ain't for them, right? But I can tell you this, it may not be for them, and I'm not knocking anybody, but I can tell you this, for the kids and for the moms and the dads that are here in this group text that had the ability to come to the Florida Shine Classic and other FVT events, and even going back to 2023, we've done a hell of a job of being able to hold events where these young men, we'll never take credit for them getting to college, right?
No.
Because that work is there. But because we had an event that they were participating in, because of that, they'll say, "Hey, coach, y'all help me." If that's how you feel, baby, then we helped you. But your work on the field and your ability to be able to do it, I don't want to put you in a uniform and say, "Hey, look at me." We're never going to do that, right?
No.
That
No.
maybe we should for publicity's sake, or maybe that validates us, but we'll never do that. Right?
Yeah,
Never going
no,
to do that.
we'll talk about it amongst ourselves in a meeting. Say we'll cheers to y'all. You know what I mean. We'll talk about you guys, and but we let you guys have that moment because that's your mom. You earned that moment. You put in the time since you were 4 or 5 years old. To get to that moment, to get your name called, to go to college or to sign, go pro. That's nobody's chance. That's not anybody's organization to say because you put on the jersey one time. Now you were a part of the process. No, that's their journey. You know what I mean? And we respect everybody's their journey. We've had hundreds of kids that we've touched and the lives of. You know what I mean? But you have never seen us claim the profile on a profile pic. We'll repost their information when they post it, but we're not claiming it. You know what I mean? So, but I did want to say something real quick about the Florida Verified Tour. Guys, listen, if you are a high school player, mom, dad, every high school in the state of Florida has been uploaded into that database. Every school. And all you have to do now is just go in there and grab your profile. You can, on that profile, you can actually attach any other profile that you have anywhere else onto our site. So now it's a one-stop shop. Everybody don't have to go all over the place and go and look for everything. That's one of the perks that we have with the Florida Verified. So those guys have done a great job of that. I'm saying us, but those guys have done a great job of doing that part. And so I recommend strongly all of you guys, if you have friends, family members that have sons that have played high school baseball in the state of Florida, especially last year, please have them going over there now to go and claim their profile because that is going to be something that anytime they come to our event is going to be published live. All the information is going to be published live, updated, and you can get all your verified numbers right there. You don't have to go anywhere else. So I did want to say that. But yeah, Coach.
Nah, I mean, other than that, family, for anyone that needs anything, I put the link out here for all those on IG. I'm gonna post it out here as well for the Florida Verified Tours for all of the young men that are here. Most definitely go out and and take a look at. I just shared it in the group chat on IG. Check it out, right? Go get your profile, get your information, get your data up. The other thing that I want to mention real quickly while we got a few more minutes is that if you have businesses or individuals or families that have, and I'll say it this way, we want to make this a community driven event, and we're in search for sponsors to do certain things. And I'll say it this way: we're blessed that we've been able to attach ourselves to some decent organizations that have given us funds to actually be able to do a lot of stuff. So, we've got doctors, we got cybersecurity companies that are saying, hey, you know what, I believe in the game. I want to give you guys some money because, hey, what you're doing is a good thing. If any of you guys out there are tied to, because the only thing you can do is ask, right? If you guys are tied to any other media outlets, any community-based organizations that want to come and maybe advertise while we're there, have them get in contact with me and we can talk. If you know businesses in Sanford, Florida, that wouldn't mind collaborating with us while we're there, do that. One of the things that we're really working on is that we're real big on. If anybody knows me compared to when you saw me 3 years ago, 4 years ago to now, I'm on this journey of just eating properly. So we collectively, all the coaches are doing this, right? We've built stock meal plans that we don't charge you for it. Meal plans that are prep, bulk plans, bulk down plans, workout plans, this type of stuff, right? Where we're giving this stuff to young men and just like, hey, just go be great, right? We're not asking for anything in return, and we will never ask other than you just go be great. So we're doing that. But if you know anyone that provides chiropractic services, that provides athletic services, I'm not talking about batting, I'm not talking about throwing, I'm talking about body transformation services, wellness services, tell them get in contact with me, right? Because these are the things that we provide. These are things that we give you resources to. So I want to make sure this, if you want to play as an elite player, you have to take care of your body the same way, right? And I just told all the coaches the other day. So keep that in mind, fam, that you want to go out here and you want to play summer ball, you want to do all of these things. But if you're not taking time to reset the body, reset the mind, if you've never had acupuncture before, changes everything. If you never had a chiropractic reset, changes everything. If you never had your legs activated, and I mean by chiropractic, actually firing off your hip muscles, your interior muscles with tightness, you think you're throwing 92 now, you may be throwing 96, 97, right? Because inflammation in the body. So these are the things that makes Florida minority baseball a little bit different, right? We're not telling you go and hit the brick wall. We're telling you how to go through the brick wall without ever getting hurt and
Yes,
being the
sir.
best you. All right, cool. Well, family, I appreciate all three of y'all that joined online, and I appreciate I appreciate the fact that whoever sees this on a rewind, I pray that it blesses you. But we're gonna be back. The link is up. Go register. Go claim your profile. Share it with a family member. Share it with a friend. Whoever you're linked to. But I hope this blesses you. So, on behalf of Florida Minority Baseball Alliance Executive Director D Mo, Coach Mr. GGI, and founder of Florida Minority Baseball Alliance, we bless you and thank you for the opportunity. God, we bless you for the fact of giving us the vision to be able to execute this. So, family, I wish you and your ball as well. If you guys need us, you can always find us at FLA Shine on IG, at Bid and Pro on IG, or you can just hit me up at Diaz Moore, Coach Bobby Gilbert on Facebook, Messenger, whatever. We don't sleep. We do, but it ain't too. I don't get
Right.
too much. So,
That's real.
all right, fam. Y'all be
All
blessed.
right, man.
We'll be
I'll be
back
back.
here Monday. I
Yeah.
think if anybody sees Coach T Brew out there in Tampa, tell him we missed him tonight. If y'all see him out there, tell him we missed him.
Hey, Tony, man. We miss you, brother. Come
We
back
missed
to
you.
us, man.
Come back, Tony. Come back, man. Caroline, come to the light, boy. Come to the
Go to
light.
the light, brother. Yes,
Oh
sir.
man. All right, fam. Y'all be good. And on behalf of Minority Baseball, we're out. We'll see you next week, fam. Peace.
Later, later, later.
Man, don't say a word till I go offline because I ain't stopped recording this bottom line. Hold on. How do I stop the recording? Bam, hit stop.